Despite the failure of The Marine, John Cena decided to try another movie, but unfortunately, it met with a big disappointment and negative reviews. Get ready as I review 12 rounds. But is it really that bad? Well, that will be kind of hard to explain, but I will talk about as I review this film right now. This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Dual, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2009 action flick 12 Rounds, released by Fox for their short lived subsidiary, Fox Atomic, along with WWE Studios, starring John Cena in his second film, along with Aidan Gillen, Steve Harris, Gonzalo Menendez, Brian J. White, Ashley Scott, and Taylor Cole. The film was released on March 27, 2009. Like The Marine, it was met with disappointing reviews, and it didn't do that well either, despite it did make a little over its budget. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you the full story anyway, but I'll give you the procedure to fast forward, okay? A sting operation to capture arms dealer Miles Jackson goes awry when the FBI's inside man double crosses them. Miles escapes with his girlfriend Erica in a getaway car. Officers Danny Fisher and Hank Carver help the FBI. They find a surveillance video of Miles dancing with Erica. A subsequent encounter at a traffic light leads to her death and Miles being taken away. Miles swears vengeance on Fisher. 1 year later, Miles escapes from prison and calls Fisher, who is now a detective. Fisher is injured when his car and house explode. After recovery, Jackson forces Fisher in a game of revenge called 12 Rounds. The explosions were round 1. Fisher's girlfriend Molly is kidnapped for round 2. For round 3, Fisher follows clues to locate the cell phone. For round 4, Fisher goes to New Orleans Savings and Loans and extracts 2 security deposit boxes within 20 minutes in the middle of an active fire. While Fisher continues with the game, his friend Carver looks into Molly's kidnapping. FBI agents work with him as well. Round after round, Fisher keeps progressing and barely making it ahead. Fisher ultimately understands that the rounds were rigged from the start. The inevitable death in the elevator was also orchestrated by Jackson. All events turn out to be connected. They figure out that Jackson was leading them to take out the power because Homewood Security comes in to move the fairly unprotected cash from the U.S. Mint in New Orleans. Jackson's grudge against Fisher was only a cover for his scheme to steal this money. Now for the ending. You know the procedure. 5 seconds to stop this video as I continue the countdown. If you've seen this movie, please continue. Once I'm done. Okay, you've been warned. That was pretty quick and what have you. Fisher realizes that round 12 is a wild goose chase. Jackson, dressed as a security guard, steals the cash and uses Porter's ID card to get to a medevac chopper on a hospital roof. Transporting the money inside a body bag, Fisher and Aiken race to the hospital roof where Aiken is wounded. Jackson activates the touch foam bomb and throws the switch away. Porter and Fisher jump into a pool while Jackson is left in the exploding helicopter. The movie ends with Danny and Molly leaving, with Molly wanting to go home, but Danny tells her about what happened to it. End of story. So, what did I think of 12 Rounds? Well, I'm gonna say it's all right. What have you? I didn't quite like this as much as the Marine though, but it has a few fun action-packed moments though. Trevor Rabin did the score for the film, and I also wanted to point out the film was directed by Rennie Harlin, who of course directed Die Hard 2, Nightmare on Elm Street for the Dream Master, which recently celebrated its 35th anniversary this month, by the way. Let's see, Deep Blue Sea, Cliffhanger, and others. Now, now this would be the third time that Rabin had collaborated with Harlan after doing the score for Deep Blue Sea and Exorcist: The Beginning. Now, he recorded his score with the Hollywood Studio Symphony at the Eastwood Scoring Stage of Warner Bros. Studios. Anywho, the film still bombed though, making $17 million worldwide against its $6.7 million budget. So it may overpass its budget, and made so it was like $5 million less than what the Marine had made. But its reviews were more devastating and what have you. However, unlike the Marine, the score for this on Rotten Tomatoes is at 30%. They say it's energetic but empty. The film's preposterous plot hurls along at a rapid pace but can't disguise the derivative script. And some critics have noted the film's similarities to Die Hard with a Vengeance from 1995, which, of course, I have yet to review the Die Hard sequels, but I plan to sometime down the road. And yes, I do agree with them. Some of this film's plot is, well, some of the film does have a little similarities to that film, yes. Especially with bombs around certain parts and what have you. Yeah. Variety wrote that the film is heavy on stunts but light on plausibility, humor, surprise, visual ingenuity, and psychological depth. Yeah, the stunts were pretty good. Yeah, it didn't provide as much humor as the Marine had to offer, surprise and stuff like and some other things. Yeah. So overall, I'm just gonna say this film's kind of a 50-50. This isn't so I'm saying this is an okay good film. Not great though. Now, as for our cast, we have John Cena as Danny Fisher. He did pretty good. Ashley Scott plays Molly. Aidan Gillen plays Miles, who was a pretty decent villain. Brian J. White played Hank. Well, he's credited as Brian White, and that's Brian with a Brian, not to be confused with another Brian White, you know. Taylor Cole plays Erica, and Steve Harris plays George Aiken. So anyway, yeah. Now, let's see. I'm just trying to find some more information here. Yeah. Okay. Just want some info, but not too much I know from these other co-stars. So the cast is fine, what have you. The story could have just used some spin polish and what have you, instead of make it feel like a film reminiscing types of certain parts of make it feel like it's Die Hard with a Vengeance all over again ways. It could have been a little better, but the score is good though, and the stunts were good. So 12 rounds, I am gonna say was final. Oh yeah, and this film was produced by one of the producers of the film Speed. That's another film I have yet to review. And Vince McMahon was also one of the producers of the film as well. Anyway, but with everything said, would I recommend 12 rounds? Well, I'm not really sure. Oh, I'd say a one-time watch if you're a hardcore John Cena fan. That's it, nothing else. It did okay on physical media on DVD, Blu-ray, and I remember the title of the little disc you use for your PSP, a UMD, when it was released in June of 2009, which also included a special unrated extreme cut. I've only seen the film one time when I rented it, but I recently revisited the film on Tubi. After rewatching it, I'm gonna say it's fine and all. After this, there go on to be two sequels. One would be released in 4 years later, starring another WWE star, Randy Orton, and the third one came out in 2015. However, that was not, but it was not released by Fox, though. It would be released by Lionsgate. And that actually starred, I believe, another wrestler, Dean Ambrose. Well, of course, although his name's Jonathan David Good, he, but when he went to the WWE, he went under the name of Dean Ambrose. But anyway, 12 rounds. I'm gonna say it's an okay, good film, but I'm not. But like I said, I think you just be the judge. Give it a one-time watch only if you're a hardcore John Cena fan. So, what did you think of 12 rounds? Let me know in the comments section below. If you liked the video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you a re-review of Playing with Fire, which is a film I did a quickie review of when it was released in 2019. But I'm going to do an extended re-review of the film since I've rewatched it 2 or 3 more times on Prime. But unfortunately, it's no longer available for that, not even on Paramount Plus. But anyway, just let me know what you thought about 12 rounds. If you like this video, consider checking out my reviews for these other films. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of the original Die Hard, which is actually celebrating its 35th anniversary this year as well. Or if you'd like, go to the upper right-hand corner and see my review for John Cena's first film, The Marine, from 2006, or go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my recent review of another film Renee Harlan did that recently celebrated its 30th anniversary, not, well, last month, or maybe it was 2 months ago. I'm sorry, I can't keep track of this. And that being Cliffhanger. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.